Group B is widely regarded as one of the most esteemed rally racing categories, characterized by the construction of highly advanced, powerful and iconic cars. Various car manufacturers were driven to compete in this category, relentlessly seeking to develop the fastest car possible. Tragically, the conclusion of the Group B era was precipitated by a series of unfortunate events in the 1986, also leading to the cancellation of its successor class, Group S. Lancia was among the key contributors to this sport, and the company had designed an innovative engine in preparation for the next season. Despite being unable to compete, Lancia's design sketches and the actual car were generously shared with the public, allowing for a glimpse of this magnificent creation in motion. Lancia has a notable presence in the world of rally racing, with the 1970s marking the emergence of turbocharged cars. Despite initial skepticism, turbochargers were soon adopted on a large scale, finding use in a wide range of motorsport, including Indy 500, Formula 1, rally racing, and even also experimental production motorcycles. While Lancia is not typically associated with top-tier passenger cars, their racing vehicles are of an entirely different breed. The company first entered rallying with the renowned Ferrari-powered Stratos, celebrated for its raw power and challenging handling. This vehicle was eventually succeeded by the Lancia 037, a bespoke rally car equipped with a supercharged Lombardi engine and driven by notable pilots like Walter Röhrl. The Lancia 037 secured the manufacture a world championship, and it remains the last victorious rear-wheel drive rally car of its time. Drawing upon the expertise and knowledge gleaned from its predecessors, the Lancia Delta S4 was built in a radically different manner. While the evolutionary influence of the 037 is evident, the Delta S4 represented the next generation of rally cars. The all-wheel drive system was developed in collaboration with Hewland, while the 1.8-liter engine was crafted with precision to conform to the 2500cc category once the turbo coefficient of 1.4 had been taken into account. During testing, this four-cylinder engine demonstrated astonishing power output of over 1000 horsepower at a ridiculous boost pressure of 5 bar. However, the race-ready version was rated at around 490 horsepower. This remarkable level of performance was achieved through a utilization of an ingenious and intricate force induction system known as twin charging, which incorporated both a supercharger and turbocharger simultaneously. This system provided instant boost at low revs, when the turbo was incapable of spinning fast enough, but it also consumed a substantial amount of horsepower to operate the supercharger. In the lead-up to the next season, the team invested significant effort and resources to prepare for the new Group S class introduced by the FIA, which was intended as a transitional category from Group B with a power limit set at 300 horsepower. However, the premature cancellation of the series was met with a disappointment, given that it had been created to be safer than Group B and offer a more captivating racing experience than Group A, thanks to a less production-based, more unique machines. Additionally, several prototypes of the Group S cars had already been developed, including the Toyota MR2-based 222D, the Opel Kadett Rally 4x4, the Lada Samara S Proto, and Lancia's latest rally iteration. The Italian project, dubbed the ECV, Experimental Composite Vehicle, was constructed using advanced composite materials such as Kevlar and carbon fiber, featuring a carbon monocoque, drive shaft, and speedline wheels weighing a mere 6 kg each. While the car's chassis bore a resemblance to that of the outgoing Delta model, the ECV was an entirely different machine under the hood. The engine was designed by Claudio Lombardi, a renowned engineer who had previously worked on the Delta S4, subsequently moved on to work in Formula 1 with Ferrari, and even designed the spectacular Aprilia RSV4 engine. In the 1980s, turbocharged engines were renowned for their cumbersome turbolag and erratic power delivery, presenting significant challenges for drivers seeking to maintain control on the road. To address this issue, Lombardi endeavored to create a more advanced engine with a smoother torque curve and improved throttle response, exploring the possibility of implementing a twin-turbo system on the four-cylinder. This proved a formidable challenge, as no one had accomplished such a feat before. To achieve this goal, Lombardi reorganized the intake and exhaust valves in a new cross-flow manner, creating a Triflux, or three-flow unit. The resulting design, swiftly patented and dubbed Flusso Incrociato Doppio, or double cross-flow, featured a double exhaust system and a central located intake system that optimally shaped the intake ports, enabling the efficient delivery of air into the cylinders. This innovative sequential turbocharging system operated by shutting down one of the turbos at low revs to boost the working unit up to the speed before activating the other turbo to supply additional air in the high revs, enhancing the engine's power output while reducing turbo lag. In addition, the double crossflow head facilitated even heat distribution and dissipation, decreasing the likelihood of head warpage. The ECV1 utilized a similar engine configuration as the S4, with shared bore and stroke measurements. It incorporated cool features like magnetic Marley electronic fuel injection and electronic boost, in addition to twin K K26 turbochargers with twin intercoolers that provided a boost of 2.3 bar. The engine used a dry sump oiling system and was capable of producing an impressive 600 horsepower at 8,000 rpm and 540 Nm of torque at 5,000 rpm, a performance that was completed by the car's low weight of just 930 kilograms. Interestingly, BMW had also previously developed a similar double crossflow engine head with their M10 Apfelback, which boasted 8 intake trumpets, each feeding a single intake valve to deliver a peak power output of 260 horsepower at 8,500 rpm from a 2-liter displacement in Formula 2 in 1966. Regrettably, the Group S was cancelled before the ECV project could fully materialize in the late 1980s. Nevertheless, Lancia later introduced the ECV2, an upgraded prototype with a more aerodynamic body. Luckily, a working ECV has been preserved by Giuseppe Volta, a former engineer on the project, who was able to acquire the engine and the car from Fiat. With the help of Cesare Fiorio and Claudio Lombardi, the ECV was restored and is now sometimes showcased on display or in motion, allowing enthusiasts to appreciate the incredible sound of this remarkable engine.